After a detailed assessment of the evolving macroeconomic and financial developments and the outlook, of course, the Monetary Policy Committee decided unanimously to keep the policy repo rate unchanged at 6.5%.
In line with many other central banks and making it the fifth straight increase, India's central bank, RBI, has raised key repo rate by 35 basis points or 0.35%, taking the key lending rate, the repo rate, to 6.25%. The bank also said its battle against high inflation is not yet over.
Now, the RBI's sudden move to increase the repo rate by 0.4% in an effort to tame inflation will mean that EMIs are set to go up. Amid rising price rise concerns, this is yet another jolt for the middle class. There was mixed reaction from people in the national capital region.
Hello friends, why this kind of a repo rate things are keep on changing? What is this repo rate means? Why I need to look into this repo rate? How important for me to follow this repo rate? How it is going to affect my investments? So let's get deep dive into that. And this is Sundar and you are watching Mindful Finance. So what is this repo rate and why it's important for me? Okay, this video is for someone that if you are worried about why my home loan tenure is still not changing. I paid already 2 years and my overall tenure used to be 10 years and still my tenure is 10 years and I was already paid 2 years. What is the reason behind that? How can I solve this one? How can I be ready to handle this kind of situations? And the next one is whether this is right time to buy a home or not. So these are the two things we are going to discuss today. Let's get into that. The first thing we are going to check about this repo rate. See, repo rate is RBI prints money and it has to circulate to people like you and me. How they do? They do through bank. What RBI will do is they'll give this money to the bank certain interest rate. For example, currently it is 6.35. So that is repo rate. And now the bank will lend this money to public or corporate or whatever it is, industries, a business, whatever it is. Right? So now already bank is getting the money for 6.35%. But so now what will the bank do? They obviously has to increase the rate so that they will get profit. So they will not give for 6.35, right? They will give at least 7 or 8 or 9. It may go to 12, 13, 14 and all based on the credit history. So that is how bank earns money. If you see the chart here, it is starting from 2000 around. It went almost 14% once. Just imagine during this point of time, if anyone bought a loan, they would have bought for some 15% or 16% rate of interest. And then it went down, then went up, again went down, again went up, then went down. So if you see the reverse repo rate is currently, like past 1 year, it is almost same. It's not changed. Okay, if I see the overall, you see it is currently at, you can see this is 3.35. The interest rate is 6.5. So if you see the repo rate currently it is 3.35 and the interest rate is 6.5. So that is what you would have been seen that fixed deposits are going around 6.5 or 7%, right? Yeah, that is the maximum kind of thing. Again, how this works is if we deposit the money in the bank is going to give you 6%, 6% or 7%. Using that money, again, bank will lend this money to others. So when they are giving more interest rate to you, obviously, they will add up the profit to that. So they might be giving for 9% or 10% or 12%. So that is how repo rate is being used to understand the interest rate available in the market. If the repo rate goes low beyond this one, more circulation of money will be there. If it goes further down, the interest rate will reduce. So if you see, this is the maximum ever went down. I don't think it will go further. So that means your rent, whatever the interest rate you are paying right now, that is the least interest rate you are currently paying. The future, it will go up only, it will not go down. There is no chance in going down. If it goes down further, that will create inflation problem. Already market is in liquidity. There are more liquidity started in the December month. If you see the forecast here, I'll show the forecast. there are three types of money supply, okay, which are M1, M2, and M3. M1 means it is mostly about the money which we are using, like as a cash or the coin, right? Those are things are called M1. M2 is something that the money which is the cash with us plus the short-term investments, like short duration investments in the fixed deposits or in money market like treasury bonds. All those things come under M2. M3 is again M2 plus large time deposits, like it's been invested for 20 years, 30 years, all those things. And again another thing called euro dollar, which is the dollars which we bought and the dollar is deposited in other countries. So those called euro dollars. So this is called M3. So basically this M1, M2 and M3 will help you to understand how to understand the current trend or how is the supply of money in the market. If more supply in the market, your interest rate may go down. If it goes down, people will start to get more loan. People will not keep it in the fixed deposit. They'll get the money out and they'll invest in equities and your equity market will boom. And because of that, what will happen is again, there will be a inflation. Because more money is there in the market, all the food, the products, whichever you are buying, the price will increase. Again, what will bank will do? They'll stop the supply of the money. They'll increase the fixed deposit interest. They'll increase the repo rate, and people again will bring the money to a safer deposits like fixed deposits. So this is the cyclic in nature. This is how the economy is being handled and stabilized. So in this, if you see the data here, the M1, if you see, right, M1 is what? The cash which will be in our hand to use the circulation, right? To buy anything, you need a cash. So that is the M1 supply. If you see the M1 supply, it has been increased to 57,200 billion this quarter, right? And it is expected to come down to 57,000 billion in this coming year, which is 2024. And they are saying this will further reduce to 56,000 in 2025. What does that mean? The money circulation is going to reduce. The money circulation is going to reduce. Obviously, your price, the interest rate, everything's going to be in the same level or it may increase. Because basically what government will want is they don't want people to have money in their hand. If you want the money, they'll give for more rate of interest, more percentage, more rate of interest, so that people will avoid getting money and all the works will slow down. Industries will not find a growth. The people who are rely on buying if you want to start a new business or if you want to buy new thing, you will not buy. Example is you will not buy a car because the rate of interest will increase. So car production will be reduced. When the car production reduces, the employees who are getting the salary will get affected. Because of that, they will not buy costly items like biscuits or oil or whatever it is, right? If that they will not buy buy a high quality one, they will go for a lower priced one because they need to save the money. They need to be budget friendly, right? So that is how the economy revolves. Because of this repo rate, lot of things will get affected. So okay, now we got all this thing. Now what is the next step now? What I need to do? So now should I buy a home at this point of time? What is the best options for me? So let's do a deep dive into this loan part. Actually, this is version 2 kind of a thing. Already I have made a video of this particular thing before also. If you want that, you can go back and check that also. But this is more of a version 2 kind of thing, updated one. It's very simple I have made. So in this, what I have made is, for example, your home price is 50 lakhs. And if you want to get a loan, obviously you will not going to get a loan for entire 50 lakhs. Assume that you will go with a 20% of down payment. So you can play a plan like I have planned 20% down payment. So which is 10 lakhs. So I need a loan of 40 lakhs. So I need a loan of 40 lakhs here. So what I have made is 40 lakhs loan at the interest rate of 8.5 and my tenure is going to be 10 years. If I go with this approach, my loan is going to end by 1/12/2033 and the total payment I would have paid at that point of time is 59,51,000. Interest part alone will comes around 19,51,000 if I paid for 10 years. If you come down, I have made this calendar view where at every EMI, how much goes against your interest, how much goes against your principal. So since it's 8.5 percentage, first thing is they will consider the whatever the money EMI you are paying, in that they will take the interest part first, which is 28,333. The remaining part will goes to 21,260. So based on that, your EMI is calculated 49,594. If I increase to 15 years now, see, my tenure is increased, but my interest will not reduce. See, 28,333 is not reduced. It is still there, but my tenure got increased. So that way, now you see, my total payment is 70,90,000. The total interest is 30,90,000. What was in almost like 60 lakh, 10 lakh increased. Just for the increase of 5-year tenure, my total payment got increased to 10 lakhs. So your tenure is very important. So this is assuming this is a fixed rate. Now in case if the interest rates are variable, okay, and every year the interest rate is going to change, I have made a range of 7% to 5%. In that case, if you see, your total payment got increased by 1.35 lakhs. Tenure is same because your interests are changing. See, first it is 8.5, then 8.75, 9, 9.25, 9.5, right? So since your interest rate is changing during the time course, your tenure remains same, but your total payment is increased. But some bank, what they will do is, they will try to make this EMI constant. Okay, if I change it to fixed, right? So here what is happening is your EMI remains same, right? So that's why your duration also remains same, but the total amount become extra 1.25 lakhs. Some bank, what they will do is, they will increase your tenure. So this is the thing you have to notice and plan accordingly. Okay, and now, okay, this is the scenario now. Now how can I be mindful and reduce the amount which I'm going to pay for this one? How do I reduce the burden? What you have to do is, so what I have made is, see, every interval of 5 months, okay, I'm going to pay. See, some banks may say, okay, to pay whatever money extra you want to pay. Some bank will say, at least you need to pay one EMI of, but that means like one EMI extra you can pay. Minimum you need to pay one EMI, right? So that is how some banks says. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to pay exactly one EMI extra at interval of every 5 months. If you see that my tenure, see, every 5 months I'm going to pay extra one EMI. Now what happens? My total payment gone down to 57. So earlier how much it was? 61 lakh. Now it is 57 lakh. Almost 3 lakh got reduced. Interest part also is got reduced. So this is something that you can do easily. Or else what you can do is, every month, okay, interval of every month, I'm just going to pay 10,000 rupees. Still same, whatever way you can do based on your bank's deal. If your bank is okay for this thing, so you can go with this. Otherwise, every 5 months, I want to pay 1 lakh. See, it's got further reduced, and your duration also got reduced to 31. Almost instead of 10 years, if you see, it got reduced to 8 years. So 2 years it got reduced. So that is the power of adding money at the regular interval. And another thing is, some people may say that after paying 5 years, they'll come and say, what shall I do? See, what will happen is, in the 5 years alone, if you see the total amount of principal paid, interest, right? Just for 5 years, if you see how much you paid, 30 lakhs. Your loan amount was 40 lakh. In 5 years, you just paid 30 lakh, and the balance is still 24 lakh. You just closed only 14 lakh, but your interest part alone has around 14.7 lakh, right? So only 50-50, 50% is gone to interest alone. Then if you see your interest part will be reduced. For the next 10 years, next 5 years, if you see, your interest is only 6 lakhs. Your principal amount will be 24 lakh, 24.5 lakh, right? So second half of the 10 years only, you are covering your principal. So this is not going to help much in your journey. If you want to reduce your burden, you have to start paying at initial stages. Okay, you have to start from the initial stage. I have to pay from the second month or third month, and every 5 months I want to pay my EMI extra. That is a key crux of this one. Okay, now we understood how to reduce your burden of your home loan, how to reduce the EMIs, or how to reduce the total interest you paid for your home loan. But the key thing is whether this point of time should I buy a home or not. This decision is going to be a very tough decision because we are emotional animals. Our life is based on completely emotional and social process. Your parents would have told you to, they never had a home, so they expect the son or daughter they'll buy a home. Or you yourself will feel that the neighbor is having a good home, so let's build a home for us, to show some kind of a power or ego or whatever it is. But nobody thinks in a investment, the money wise, right? Investment wise, the rate of return wise. Nobody buys a home based on rate of returns. Every decision is made by emotions. So there is a saying there. In this money matter, emotion is very important. Means the controlling your emotion is very important. If you don't control the emotions, you will lose all your money. So you need to be very careful in doing that. Based on this, let's discuss whether is it right time to buy a home or let me live in a rental home and invest my money. So let's look into that. Let's get into the details now. So as we seen here, I'll give a high level of this one. Okay. So 50 lakh is my home property price, and see there are scenarios that you need to pay property tax. The property tax is almost like 4%, and the maintenance approximately will come around 0.5%. So approximately per month you need to spend 2,000 rupees for your property. Right. Adding to that, if you see, the simple rule is 4.5%. What is this 4.5% is? If you see a home which prices around 50 lakhs, and if you can stay in a rent for this home lesser than 18,750, then you can stay for rental. If the rental income is more than 18,750, then you can buy this home. That is the whole logic. Okay, so it's up to you. When you're buying a home, this is the first check you have to do. This property, what is the rental currently going on? If it is less than this, you go for a rental. If it goes more than this, buy this home. Okay, so we understood that we are going to do a down payment of 10 lakhs. Okay, and the mortgage, this is 8.5, 9%. Fine, anyway. So what I have done is I have detailed out here for you. Okay, so this area, if you see, so my loan amount is 40 lakhs. My property price is 50 lakhs. I paid a down payment of 10 lakhs. So if we go and look at this payment schedule which I made, so there's a tax column here. Okay, so tax rebate, which is 3.5 lakh. So what happens is 3.5 lakh I get a tax rebate. Like every year there's a interest part of your home loan can be claimed for rebate. So that way for the entire journey for the 10 years using this interest part, you would have gained 3,51,000. Okay, so in that case the total payment was 57,59,000. So I'm minusing that part. You would have paid 54 lakhs. Okay, this is a straightforward and clear. So this is your actual payment. Your tax rebate is 4 lakh. So this is an assumption that I removed the extra payment one. Okay, it's a straightforward calculation. So I would have paid 57 lakh now. Now let's find out the opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? Instead of this, if you have invested, how much you would have gained. Right? That is the opportunity cost. Now first thing is down payment you paid, which is 10 lakh. Using this 10 lakh, if I invest and my return is 12%, you can ask which investment gives 12%. So I have made a detailed video on this one. Some of the mutual funds I explained are giving 18% return also. So it's if you haven't seen that video, please go back and check the asset allocation video where I have explained which asset or which mutual funds give you a better return. Straightforward, we'll go with the index fund which gives a 12% in average. So what I have made is, considering this 49,594 as an EMI, using that, what I have made is, I am assuming 15,000 since I'm going to buy a, normally rent will be, because I'm going to stay in a rental, right? That's an assumption. So that this cost which I discussed, 18,750, if it is less, then I'll go for a rental, right? So that's why I found a house where I'm going to pay a rent of 15,000. The remaining amount I'm planning to invest. So that will give the investment. This investment is going to give me 12% return. In that case, if you see, my return of my investment is going to be 79,58,000. The using the down payment return is 33 lakhs. So total, I will be getting 1 crore 12 lakhs if I invest the money. So my opportunity cost, which is I'm losing 55 lakhs if I buy home. Okay. If I invested in this one, I'll be currently having in 10 years 1 crore 12 lakhs. Okay. Somebody may say that there will be a tax for this. I assume that part. So if it's a 20% tax, you will be getting 90 lakhs. Still, your opportunity cost, you are going loss with 32 lakhs, almost like 33 lakhs. Okay. Now, same thing, I'm assuming, okay, you may say, if I buy the home price may go high. So, what I have taken is approximately in India, a property appreciates by 4% per year. If you see that, the 50 lakh property may go to 59 lakh in 10 years. Okay. So what I have made is, so I paid 57 lakh. So if I minus 2 lakh 54,000. So now the total cost I paid for the home is 57 lakh because currently the price of the property is 59 lakh. So in that case, 2 lakh is my profit, 2.5 lakh is my profit. That is the assumption here, or that is the understanding of this one, right? Now, assuming that you get 90 lakh here, I can buy this home now. After buying this, I'll have 30 lakh in my hand. Now, which is better for you? If somebody would have told you, or if you guys read the Rich Dad and Poor Dad and directly went into buy real estates and properties, please, that is a different scenario. People who are surviving in a debt mode is something different. If you are having a n number of properties and if you want to rotate that money like that using rental income or something, assume during the COVID time, all real estates are gone. Everybody who are invested in real estate would have faced that problem, right? So think twice before buying a home, whether it is a want or need. First of all, you have to clarify the first basic thing, whether it's a want or need. Don't get emotionally tie up with the home and go and buy a home. Consider a home. You can save this money, invest this money, and during the retirement, you can even stay close to your office if you stay in a rental based. Otherwise, since you bought a home and you have to live far away from your office and every day you might be traveling a lot, those things may affect your daily routines. Instead of that, stay for rental till you earn much and you save much, and then go somewhere, buy a home. You can build multiple flats and give a rental, and you can get income from the rental. Without debt, you can live your life. That is the point here. So before buying a home, check for the repo rates and the interest rates currently going on the market, and whether the interest rate is still going to be more or it will reduce. Think about that. Second thing is, as I mentioned, the simple rule, at least if your property is getting a break-even part, then go for buying a home. Else, stay in a rental home and don't get into the emotional failures. Live your life, enjoy your life, have fun, save for your future and enjoy the moment. Don't get in the debt mode and get yourself drained. Hope you understood this, and hopefully now onwards mindfully you will think about what to do next and you plan things accordingly. If you like this video, like the video, subscribe it, share it with your friend, and don't forget to press the bell icon. And one more thing is, I'll share a link here. I have published a book, and it's in very simple language. Everybody can understand that and everybody can relate it. It will be interesting, non-fictional book. Please do buy and leave your feedback. If you have any questions, any doubts, put it in the comment. I'm happy to help. Thank you and Happy New Year.